1957, Sputnik-1 Launch. Humanity sent its first satellite into space. The world froze, listening to its signal. 1958, NASA founded. The U.S. established NASA, the agency that would change the history of space exploration. 1961, Yuri Gagarin flight. Soviet pilot Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space. Let's go. 1962, John Glenn orbits Earth. The first American orbited Earth, 3 laps in 5 hours. 1963, Valentina Tereshkova. Soviet textile worker Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space. 1965, Alexei Leonov. Alexei Leonov stepped into open space, 12 minutes in the void of the universe. 1966, Luna 9. Soviet probe Luna 9 was the first to softly land on the surface of the moon. 1967, Apollo 1 tragedy. A fire on the launch pad claimed the lives of 3 NASA astronauts. 1968, Apollo 8. The first humans orbited the moon and saw Earth rise from lunar orbit. 1969, moon landing. One small step for men, one giant leap for mankind. 1971, Salyut 1. The USSR launched the world's first orbital station, Salyut 1. 1973, Skylab. The US created its own orbital station, a laboratory in the sky. 1975, Soyuz-Apollo. The USSR and US docked spacecraft in orbit, a symbol of Cold War détente. 1977, Voyagers launched. 2 probes set off to the edge of the solar system. They are still flying today. 1981, Space Shuttle Columbia. The first reusable spacecraft made its historic flight. 1983, Sally Ride. Sally Ride became the first American woman in space aboard the Shuttle Challenger. 1986, Challenger disaster. The shuttle broke apart 73 seconds after launch. 7 astronauts perished. 1986, Mir Space Station. The USSR launched Mir, a station that would operate for 15 years. 1990, Hubble Telescope. Hubble opened the depths of the universe to humanity, billions of galaxies revealed. 1991, British astronaut. Helen Sharman became the first British astronaut in space. 1995, Mir-Shuttle. Russia and the US began joint missions, a blueprint for the future ISS. 1998, ISS Construction Begins. The first module of the International Space Station reached orbit. 2000, Permanent ISS Crew. A permanent crew moved into the ISS, people have lived there ever since. 2003, Columbia disaster. The shuttle broke apart re-entering the atmosphere. 7 more lives lost. 2004, SpaceShipOne. A private crewed spacecraft reached space for the first time, a new era began. 2008, China Spacewalk. A Chinese taikonaut walked in open space, China joined the top space powers. 2011, end of Shuttle Era. The last shuttle landed. A 30-year program came to a close. 2012, Curiosity on Mars. NASA's rover successfully landed on the Red Planet and is still operating. 2014, Rosetta and the Comet. An ESA probe landed on a comet's nucleus for the first time, after 10 years of travel. 2015, New Horizons. The probe reached Pluto and sent back the first clear images of the dwarf planet. 2016, Falcon 9 landing. SpaceX landed a rocket vertically on a platform, a revolution in spaceflight. 2017, Cassini's end. The Cassini probe ended its 13-year mission by diving into Saturn's atmosphere. 2018, Tesla in space. Elon Musk launched his own car into orbit aboard the Falcon Heavy rocket. 2019, Far Side of the Moon. China was first in history to land a spacecraft on the far side of the moon. 2020, Crew Dragon. SpaceX sent NASA astronauts to the ISS, commercial spaceflight had arrived. 2021, Perseverance. NASA's rover searches for signs of ancient life on the Red Planet. 2021, Blue Origin flight. Jeff Bezos personally flew to space on his own company's rocket. 2021, Virgin Galactic. Richard Branson was the first space company founder to fly to space himself. 2021, Inspiration 4. For civilians, with no professional astronaut, flew to orbit. 2022, Artemis 1. NASA returned to the Moon, an uncrewed flyby launched the Artemis program. 2022, James Webb Telescope. Webb revealed galaxies that existed 13 billion years ago. 2023, Chandrayaan-3. India landed a rover near the Moon's south pole, the fourth country to do so. 2023, Japan SLIM. Japan's lunar lander touched down with pinpoint precision, just meters off target. 2024, Starship Tests. SpaceX is testing the largest rocket in history, built for missions to Mars. 2025, JUICE mission. ESA sent a probe to Jupiter's moons, searching for conditions that could support life. 2026, Artemis 2. The first humans in 50 years will orbit the Moon. Humanity is going back. 2026, Tiangong Station. China's orbital station is expanding and hosting a permanent crew. 2026, ISS, 28 years. The International Station keeps working, a symbol of human cooperation. 2026, Starship for Mars. SpaceX is preparing Starship for interplanetary travel, Mars is becoming real. 2026, Lunar Bases. Leading space agencies are developing plans for permanent bases on the Moon. 2026, Asteroid Mining. First programs for extracting metals and water from asteroids move beyond planning. 2026, Space Tourism. Orbital tourism is becoming a real market, dozens of flights per year. 2026, New Telescopes. Next-generation telescopes search for planets with signs of atmosphere and life. 2026, Asteroid Defense. Planetary defense programs move from theory to practical missions. 2026, Missions to Mars. Several nations prepare joint crewed expeditions to the Red Planet. 2026, Nuclear Engines. Nuclear propulsion development promises to cut travel time to Mars in half. 2026, To the Stars. First interstellar probe concepts move from science fiction to engineering.